Um, his views were a little too extreme for me.
So give me one that you thought was too extreme.
Well, talking about like for example, keeping the blacks on the fields, like they were better, they were doing like better, like doing that.
Yeah,
I don't particularly agree with that.
he never said that. Like what you just said is completely butchering. I know what you're trying to say, so let me help you out. I think you're trying to say that he was saying that black gentlemen and black women were doing better prior to the CRA. Is that what you're trying to say? Because you never said anything about fields and stuff like that. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, yeah. There's this. Is that what you need to call it? CIA, like to
No,
not
you
say.
can call it the Civil Rights Act as well. Yeah. So
Okay.
you're trying to bring up the quote of where he said that black people were doing better before the Civil Rights Act. Do you
Yeah.
understand what he means by that?
What? Well,
He's speaking to like social economic what's the word I'm looking for? Social economic like stats basically. So things like hey man, prior to the Civil Rights Act, there were more fathers in the family unit statistically. And I'm just telling you what his thought process was and what he meant. Or there were less black babies being born out of wedlock, or the average income for a family that was black was higher, things like that. That's what that point was. That's exactly what that bullet point about they were doing better prior to the Civil Rights Act. That's all he meant. Do you know what I mean by that? Or
well, uh, I can kind of do now that you have explained it to me. So thank you.
yeah, because I'm
Uh,
not out here to get in fights. I'm not out here. I'm literally out here because I'm trying to change your mind.
okay,
And
but
I'll just give you an example because I have my notes right here if you don't mind. And again, he's just talking about things like this. Ready?
right,
He's saying things like black incarceration prior to the CRA was lower than it was after the CRA, or things like the percentage of births out of wedlock were 20% in 1960, and nowadays, at whatever time he said this quote, it was 72%. So stats like that is all he's referring to.
right.
From 1940 to 1960, so that's prior to the CRA, black poverty dropped 40% despite Jim Crow type laws. Two parent homes were at like 80%. So this is just the stuff that I'm just saying what he thought.
Okay, and you can help me with this interpretation, okay?
Okay.
What about that quote that, well, many Democrats and liberals use when they want to like patronize what what happened to him,
With the
with
pew
this
pew.
quote, with the pew pew, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So listen.
The quote is oh, no, wait, the quote that was like there is unfortunately like some pew pew devs necessary to maintain the Second Amendment or something like that.
Yeah. So Cap, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but off of reading your energy so far, I truly believe that you're actually a normal human being that I could change your mind right now. And this is a very rare instance. From all the people I talk to, I mean that you're one of the very few that ever, since I've been in this for 2 months, that I actually think you have a soul and you just don't know all the information about this and you're open to hearing it right now. So I really hope that's true. And I hope you hear this. So first off, on my YouTube channel, episode 40, Public Discourse, it has the link for everything about Charlie that they talk about, of everything with the full quotes and the full videos. And the very first link is a really smart guy. I'm an idiot. There's a very smart guy that breaks it all down. So I urge you to just check that out on your own time, but I will answer you. The exact quote you're talking about is also linked there. He was talking about the Second Amendment, and he says, in the full conversation, he's saying, listen, we lose 50,000 people a year to car unalivings. Does that mean we get rid of cars because we lose that many people? No, he said it's a necessary thing to still have cars because the unfortunate unaliving of cars and car accidents is worth it to have cars from all the benefits. The exact same logic is applied to the Second Amendment, and I agree with him. He wasn't happy about children being unalived. He wasn't happy about pew pew crime, but his belief and my belief and a lot of people believe that if you were to get rid of the Second Amendment, you're going to have things like what happens in Russia, China, Venezuela, Germany, where genocides happen. That's the first step that all of these dictators do. They unarm the citizens so they can't fight back when they want to commit mass crime like that. So that's where he's coming from. In fact, him and I believe, and I'm not speaking for him while he's in heaven, I'm just saying what he believed while he was here, and I agree with him. If you want to stop school pew-pews, you literally just need more security guards and more police officers with pew-pews. You got to guard a school like you guard a bank, and I agree with him on that. And that's pretty much all that quote is, to be honest with you.
I mean, that's actually fair. I, mm, I, I'm from Poland, okay? So I'm not used to see guns or be like too like excited to for